Hi.
Hey,
How's it going, Allie?
I'm doing good. Feeling good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
Let's see. Where do we start with this one? First of all, you have been killing it.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely killing it. And it's one of those things where like you say it to like be encouraging to people, to be like, you're doing your thing, like keep it up. But you are actually killing it. Like when I say I see your stuff and I see your campaigns, like I get jealous because it's mind blowing. Your last campaign that I saw with, is it Levi's?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Levi's and Toy Story. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
How did that feel, seeing that in New York and seeing it come to fruition?
That one was really cool because when I auditioned, I had no idea who it was for. Had to sign an NDA, so I had no idea who the client was, what I was doing, and I literally walked into set that day, and you just see massive Toy Story, Pixar, Disney everywhere, and I was like, oh, this is what we're doing today. Go into the fitting that as soon as I get there, and it's Levi's that we're doing today also.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was really cool to have all those things just kind of play out in real time for me, and then obviously to see it come to life is a whole nother level to it too. So
that's
really
amazing. Did your family geek out over it?
Yeah, I mean they're always super excited and
whenever you do anything,
whenever something happens.
Yeah.
My mom is always wants to go to the store and tell the people that's my daughter, and she asks when you're done with this advertisement, we're gonna come back and take it from you, and their basement is literally
just riddled with all of your
pictures
stuff.
of me.
Oh,
I'm just
that's awesome.
It's cringe for me to go down there, but
that's awesome.
But for them it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell us about you. Who are you, Allie?
I am. I think the biggest thing that I always say is just I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I don't know if we've ever talked about
I
my
don't know if we
kids.
did either.
Yeah, I have 2 kids. I have a 4-year-old and a almost 1-year-old.
Okay, boy, girl.
Girl and a boy.
Okay.
So I have 2 kids. I'm a model. I want to get into acting, so I'm trying to be more into that space. I want to book a series and feature films. I'm from Maryland. I feel that East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just out here just living life and figuring it out as I go and trying to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, you're not trying. You are doing. It's amazing. I had no idea you had 2 kids. So you're...
Mind blown.
My mind is... It literally is, because I was already in awe of you and just the amount of work that you've accomplished and just everything that you've been doing out here. And to now know that you had 2 kids this entire time.
Yeah.
That is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you have been able to sort of handle that work-life balance?
Definitely has its days. But for the most part, I mean, with being in modeling and in this industry, I have a lot of time to be at home with my kids too, which is the reason that it's a huge reason why I love this industry, is because I'm able to be in that mom home mode and not have to worry about getting a nanny or or a babysitter or whatever, not that anything's wrong with that or anything, but I'm just able to be there for my kids every day. So I really like that. But juggling things, I just put on the battery pack sometimes, and that's just all it is just get it done, it done,
just
and that's
get it
it.
done. Yeah. That's amazing.
But it's good. I mean, I like being busy. I like feeling I'm accomplishing things every day, so I feel it's good to have that kind of schedule. But don't get me wrong, I do like having chill days where I'm not doing anything and just chilling in the house.
Yeah.
Good times too.
Yeah. Wow, that's so amazing. It genuinely is. I was not expecting that today.
Yeah.
When we first met, it was on a shoot for Jockey. And you really stuck out to me. People who are from Maryland always stick out to me because I feel like there are so far and few in between of us that are out here doing what we do and at the level that we're doing it. So when I met you and you told me that, I was just like, that's my girl. She's she's one of them ones for sure. How have you found life out here compared to back home?
It's so different. Totally different worlds. And where in Maryland are you from again?
I'm from Calvert County.
Okay.
So a little further south.
So I'm from Carroll County. So my hometown is very small, conservative, country, super country. people would drive their tractors to school.
Yeah.
Like if there's traffic, it's like you're behind a horse and buggy, like small town. So it's very different than LA. And I feel like I was like the crazy one in my family where I left, like my family, they're born there, they stay there. Like my family's been in this my hometown for, I think, something crazy, like six generations, 6 or 7 generations. They're
okay.
like there, And yeah, I was the crazy one to come out here, and it's just more my speed. And even since I was a kid, I always saw myself in Hollywood, in California. I would always tell my mom, like, I want to go, whether it was college at the time, looking at colleges back in high school, I was like, I want to go in California. As a kid, I always, wanted to be in LA. So I was always drawn to out here. And I just think it's just because, like, my future self already had that, or like I had this story, like, already written for me that was like pulling me to come out here. So
That's beautiful. So did you end up going to school out there, or did you come straight out here from high school?
No, I went from high school. I tried to go to a community college for like, I don't know, 2 semesters back in my hometown. Didn't like it. Moved to Ocean City.
Okay.
Yep. My grandparents live in Delaware, like close by. So
Yeah.
I moved in with them, lived out there for a year, and then moved out here. And that was that. And
Wow.
yeah, I literally for maybe like 5 months before I moved out here, I wanted to do it, and I kept going back and forth. If I'm going to do it, I'm not, I'm going to do it. And then it wasn't happening. And then one day I was like, you know what? Like, I just need to pull the trigger. And I literally bought a ticket next day, packed my bags, next day I was here.
Yeah.
And that was it. I came out here with a backpack and a skateboard, and now I have like a whole life out here. It's just crazy.
Yeah. That's amazing. I feel like that's one of those things you do sort of just have to do.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same story for me. I had a job right after college in DC. And then I came out to LA to visit a friend, and I got signed while I was out here. But they were like, you have to move out here. And I was just like, say less. And I literally put in my 2 weeks. I left my car back in Maryland. I got my apartment sight unseen. But it was just one of those things where I just knew if I didn't do it then I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's just like, it feels so chaotic at the time, but it's like the perfect storm is just like coming together to just bring you like the life that like is meant for you, and that like you deserve. I don't know, because you're killing it too. I mean, not just me, you're killing it. I see you out there.
I'm doing my best now. It definitely was a struggle earlier on when I first moved out here because I knew nothing about the industry. How was it for you when you transitioned out here?
Well, I didn't move out here to pursue modeling or acting. I just wanted to be out here, and that's just how that was. So when I first came out here, it was just like, everything's great. I'm in LA. There's palm trees. Like, I'm just having fun. I'm going out. I'm going to Santa Monica every single day. I didn't have a car. I would take the metro out there. Like,
oh my goodness.
Literally like 6 times a week I would be in Santa Monica. It was like, I was committed.
Okay.
But I think the transition was really easy for me, just because, I don't know, I just feel like this has just always been my speed. I just have fit in really well here. And I feel like a lot of growing up, I never felt like I was like, not like where I was meant to be, but I just felt a little, removed from everything. And then once I came here, it was like, oh, like, these are my people. Like, this is like my environment and like where I want to be and am meant to be. So yeah, I don't remember what like the original question was. I think I got way off track.
There's no specific direction that we're headed today. It's just a moment to just sit with you and chat.
Yeah.
I have been curious. Something else that really stood out for me about you is that not only are you an Asian model, but you are tatted. How have you sort of navigated your way in the industry with that?
Well, I've had tattoos since the beginning. So, I mean, it's kind of just been something where it's like, if you like it, you like it. And if not, then I'm probably just not the right model for you,
Yeah.
I've never had anything like weird happen where it's like, no one's ever said anything to me. I think it's just a matter of, okay, if she has tattoos, great. Either we'll roll with it or we'll edit them in post, or, if we don't want them, then let's go with someone else,
Yeah.
So it's never really been too big of an issue for me. I feel like now that I'm more like, this is what I'm doing, I'm more hesitant to get more. Like, I don't want to get any more right now.
Okay.
And if I did, it would be like in white ink and something small, Because I did get my tattoos when I was young. I was probably like 18, I want to say, when I got my tattoos. So I was really young. Not that I regret them, but, just you're young. Yeah. So
Sure.
It is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are a mom. You are a highly successful model. If there were one more thing that you would say sort of defines who you are, what would that be?
I would say a creative. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I feel like I'm just very like artsy, or like if it comes to design, I've been into like graphic design, UX design. Something I've been wanting to pursue is jewelry design now.
Okay.
So yeah, I've always been like
I can
those
see
kind of
that.
things. Yeah.
I can definitely see that. How do you find peace? You have a lot going on. So what is it that Allie sort of needs to find peace?
I feel like because I do have a lot going on, I think just sometimes taking a beat and just saying my thanks and like being grateful for what I do have, because I think it's really easy to get caught up in the noise and of like, especially with like social media, like just seeing people's perfect lives and, you know, oh, she has this life and he has this and whatever. But at the same time, it's like, no, like I have everything I need right now. I have shelter, I have Wi-Fi, I have a full fridge, I have hot water, like just going down to like the basics and being like, no, like I'm good. I have everything I could possibly need right now and more. And even though, yes, like we're pursuing to get like all these other things, like I'm good. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Who would you say you're becoming?
I'm becoming the best I can be, I think. That's like,
Okay.
yeah, like I was just talking about this the other day. Like, as long as I'm like trying my best and doing my best, that's all that I can really do, you know? I can't be mad. I can't be mad at the end of the day. As long as I know I tried my best, then that's it. I might not have gotten everything I wanted to do done today, but I tried my best and I want to be my best and I want to look back on things and be like, yeah, like I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you handle, especially within the industry and just in life, when there are lulls, when there are moments when life sort of feels like it's at a standstill? How do you sort of handle those moments?
Sometimes I get caught up in them. Sometimes it's like, whoa, like what is going on? Like things were just so great and like we were moving and booking things and all of a sudden it's just like
Yeah.
we're not getting any auditions right now. Okay. So sometimes I get caught up in it, but then I remind myself like this is how this industry is, and I've been doing this for 6 years now. And it's been a lot of ups and downs. You know, sometimes we're having a really great year and then, you know, the next year comes and it's like, okay, there's been 3 months and I've only booked one job, you know. So
Yeah.
I think it's just being aware of that and knowing it's nothing too personal. Only thing I can do is just show up and just be ready, you know. When the opportunity comes, I just have to be able and ready, you know, and that's just kind of how I see things. And then it's nice. It is nice when it's quiet though, because I'm able to spend time with my family. So I don't know. Yeah, I try to see like the good in everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How are you able to, especially as a woman in this industry, how are you able to sort of separate what is personal and what isn't? Because especially with what we deal with and a lot of our work being based on
Looks to say just
a lot of very superficial things, but obviously, you know, you get rebooked because of your personality and how you are on set and how you carry yourself as a person. But yeah, our industry being very superficial, how do you not take that personally?
I don't know. I just don't even really think about those things, honestly. I don't know. Like I just show up and I'm just myself, and like that's all I can do. Like I mean, like you know, obviously, like I want to take care of myself and look my best, you know, because that is a part of our job. But I just show up and be me, and it's just like, okay, like those who like it, and if not, then all right, I'll get the next one. You know, I'm never too worried about not booking something or, you know, getting a rejection. You know, it's because I know what's for me is for me, and something better will come my way. So
How do you think it is that you got to a point where you're not so bothered by everything else that's going on, right? It is very easy to get caught up in, like you said, everything that's getting glorified on social media and seeing that so-and-so booked a job and so-and-so's doing this and so-and-so looks like that. How and when do you feel like you sort of reached that point where you were just like, eh?
I would say it became more of a thing maybe like 7 years ago-ish, I want to say. But it's just been like a slow process of just like living life, making mistakes, figuring out like who I am more, being more confident in myself and like my decision making and like what I want out of life also. I think that was like a big thing, was like for a long time when I was younger, you know, someone would ask me, what do you want in life? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. And then it took me a little bit to realize, like, okay, like, what are things you're wanting in life? Like, actually, like, pinpointing them down, because that's, like, going to set the standard for, like, you and, like, your mentality and, like, who you're around and, like, all these, you know, all other aspects. So I think just having more confidence in myself, believing in myself more, and, like, knowing that, just trusting myself.
So what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
What do I want? I want a lot of things, Theon. I want that house up in Montana with the farmland and the garden and the animals and the fresh eggs and
gosh, speaking my language.
I want the ATV. I want all that. I want to be successful in my career. I want to continue to show up for my family and my kids and be supportive, whether it's financially, emotionally, as like the parent, you know. I want good health. I want to be happy. I want all the good things.
Those are all great wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, what do you need?
What do I need?
What gets you through every day?
That's a good question. See, that's something I've been working on lately, actually, is like, I'm very like independent. I want to do things, like take everything on myself. And I've been trying to work more on like asking if I need something, asking for like that help or that extra support without feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Something I don't know. That's a good question. Something I need.
Where do you think that stems from?
I think it stems from being the oldest sibling. I'm the oldest by 8 years, so I was kind of always like in my own like bubble of life and things growing up, and I was just kind of always like, okay, I don't really have anyone to play with or like to do this, or like my mom's busy with the baby, so like I'm just gonna handle it myself. So I feel like that's kind of where it stemmed from. And then as I like moved out at a young age too, or like a younger age, it was kind of like, all right, well, I'm just gonna handle it myself. And then coming out here, I came out here by myself too, so it was like, I had my aunt and uncle out here. Shout out to them.
Shout out aunt and uncle.
But yeah, I did come. I didn't know anyone else besides them, and I think having that as like my first steps to like being in LA and being like totally on my own, you know, was very like, yeah, I just like to handle things myself. Yeah. Okay. And I feel like no one's gonna do a better job than me sometimes too, which can be a red flag. Can be very much a red flag. It's like, but yeah, I don't mean it in like a ego or like prideful way. It's just kind of like, if you want something done right, then do it yourself.
Sure,
you know?
I get that. Okay, I'm gonna ask if you have any crazy or just wild stories from any of your jobs as a model.
I've never had anything like crazy or like weird or like negative happened to me on set, which I'm so grateful for, because I've heard horror stories. I don't know if I should share someone else's story, but like, because I mean the crazy thing I think I've had happen to me was like, we were in this like private pond up in like this Malibu neighborhood, and it was in the middle of winter out here, but we were shooting for summer stuff, and so we were in bathing suits. It was so cold outside, and production, or you know, the director or whoever, wanted us to get into this pond, and I was kind of like, maybe not, but this other girl was super eager, and she was like, I'll do it, and she jumps in there, but then it's literally like she was hip deep in sludge. It wasn't even like a nice pond. It was like sticky, muddy sludge, and I was like, no, girl, and then I was like, I'm good, I'm not going in there. So I think, I don't know, that was like something that sticks out to me, of just like, and in the shot, she looks amazing. She looks happy. She looks warm.
Funny.
She looks like
that's so
it's
funny.
Summer, but yeah, but on behind the scenes, she came out and it was just like, that one sticks out.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that one. Yeah, it's so funny to think just how little viewers and customers and our family and friends that see these ads, how little they know about what actually happened, right? Because a lot of our work is based on seasons, so we could be shooting winter during the summer and then summer wear during the winter.
Yeah.
LA winter. So, yeah, you could have to jump into Lake Tahoe during LA winter for next summer's release, and the water's like freezing.
Yeah. But
or you're wearing
sell it,
a winter jacket in the middle of summer, you know, like you said, you have to sell it. So that's a good one. Sludge.
Yeah, sludge, like straight up, just.
Wow. And she said she still looked great.
She still looked great. No, she looked awesome. I was just like, wow, like, yeah, better than me, that's for sure. I was like, props to her. I wasn't gonna get it.
What's been one of your favorite jobs so far?
I did a really cool one for Lexus.
Ooh, okay.
But also any jobs that I get to travel for, I really like. Just because I love going, even though it's a really quick trip, I love just getting to explore a town or whatever that I've never been to before. So anything I get to travel for is really fun.
Do you miss home?
Sometimes I miss the greenery, but that's about it.
That's about it.
And my family, of course. I miss my family, of course, but besides that, not really. Nothing really pulls me back there. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I don't think that I would go back home. Like, I wouldn't move back home. But the older that I get, the more I realize how much wide open spaces and, like you said, the greenery and just the quiet and the calm, just and nothing going on. Like, I kind of miss it sometimes. You know, out here we have enough ghetto birds flying around and, you know, sirens every hour because of something or another. And when you're back home, it's just crickets, you know. So I do miss that.
That is true. Yeah, just having that like slower pace of life and just, because when I was out there, we went out there for a month over the summer. And my family's like in the DMV. So, you know, just going out there and just sitting outside, and it's just like you said, like just hearing the crickets and seeing the lightning bugs and there's stars. You can actually see the stars, and it's like those things I miss. Yeah,
I miss that too.
Yeah.
So when did you actually like officially get started as a model?
Gosh, I think it was 7 or 8 years ago. I actually I started hanging out with this girl that was from my hometown. Her and I had never talked growing up, but she moved out here. And I was asking something like for some advice on Twitter or something. And I was like, let me just ping her back real quick just because like I know you know, from back home. But I ended up meeting, becoming friends. And she was getting into photography and she was asking if I wanted to model for her. And I was like, sure, I've never done it before, but sure. So I started doing that with her and I liked it. And I was like, you know, I like doing this. Why don't I pursue it? So I just went to a bunch of agencies, applied to a bunch of them, got signed by one, and that was that.
That was all she wrote.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember like one of the first agencies I went to for a open
call.
Yeah, open call. Whoever was there, the agent or whoever was there, she told me I would never make it in this industry because I was too old and too short, is what she told me.
No.
And now I'm just like, I bet you want some of this commission now, lady. So yeah, that was like, crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like 19 at the time, I think, when I was going around doing that.
And she said you were too old?
And she said I was too old. I was like, what? I'm like, well, how old are the other girls that are coming in? Like, it was just crazy. That was like, I think the second agency I applied to. And that was like, the second feedback I got from someone. I was like, oh.
So after getting signed and then starting to work in the industry, did you have to sort of bounce around and find where you fit perfectly, or was it like a match right away? With
my agencies? Or I was with my first agency for a year, and then I went to someone else, and that's who I've been with the rest of the time, though. So,
okay. Nice.
Yeah, Trisha Brink Management. She's my mother agency, and I'll
shout out Trisha Brink.
Shout out to Trisha and Troy and Morgan and Shazia, the whole team. But I'll be with them as long as I can. Like, they've been so supportive of like where I'm at in life and what I want, like the direction I want to go with my career. Like, they're always down to give advice, and I don't know. I know I've talked to other people with different agencies, and things are a lot more strict, I guess. You know, versus I feel like with even though I try to show up all the time, you know, for my auditions, and I try to never say no to anything. At the same time, life happens, and I don't want to be worried like, oh, are they going to drop me? You know, they're just very understanding of life. So yeah.
How much do you feel like you're still like paying dues, or like paying, you know, you get what I'm saying?
I think how I handle it though is like, I'll audition for something and I'll forget about it. I don't get I really don't get wrapped up on like, I audition and now I just gotta wait until hopefully I get that call back or whatever, just because you can spend all this time being anxious and, you know, stressing about something and for what, you know. So I try not to get too wrapped up after I audition in something, but there's for sure times where I do, and it's just like, that didn't go very well, you know. I could have done this different and whatever, but I can just only take that feeling and that experience and just be better for the next time I walk into the room. So that's kind of how, yeah.
Would you say that you're naturally sort of a peaceful, calm, have a peaceful, calm demeanor?
Yeah, I would say I've grown more into being like a more chill person.
Okay.
I used to be a little bit crazier.
Okay. Crazier in the sense of like more anxious or?
Just more like impulsive. Like, I think it's just a matter of just being young and like, you know, I was just being young, impulsive. Like now I'm just kind of like, all right, go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that happened pre or post kids?
Pre.
Okay.
Pre, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this has been a journey. It's been a lifelong journey, but this has been like a journey of figuring myself out, spirituality, like we were talking about earlier, coming more into terms with that, and just finding like that way of life is how, yeah.
You mentioned earlier that you're not Christian, no, but you are spiritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I believe that there's like a higher power. I don't know if it's a man in the sky.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's like a higher power. I call it the universe. I believe in energy. You know, I think that energy is a very real thing, between like people to people, you know, all those types of things.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I like to take like practices that resonate with me from different religions and kind of live through that. Yeah.
I feel like that's sort of just the best way to live in general, you know, just sort of taking the best, like you said, practices or principles from either religion or schooling or whatever it is, and just sort of applying that to your life, and then whatever else that doesn't really serve you, just sort of leave it, you know. It's fine over there, you know.
Are you spiritual, or do you have any beliefs?
I grew up Christian.
Okay.
My parents, we went to church like every Sunday. We had Bible study every Thursday. But when I turned about 16-ish is when I started like formulating my own thoughts and questions, and I was like, this doesn't really make sense to me. So I think that there's a part of me that is still spiritual in the sense that I have moments like you where I'll sort of stop and just like give thanks, whether if it's to God or to the universe. Yeah, that's pretty much where it stops for me. I do this one thing. My family, they still like say grace whenever they have meals, and so I every now and then more so to feel connected, I think, to my family. If I'm having a meal with someone, I'll still say grace, but this is how I say grace. Give me your finger.
No.
Grace.
Grace.
Yeah, and then that's it. But again, that's more so how I connect with them or feel connected to them. And I do miss like the communion of like the people within the church, and you know, they felt like family. But yeah, that's a good question. How have you found it out here, since all of your family's still pretty much back home? You do have your aunt and uncle out here, but you sort of start to find friends and make your own family out here. How was that for you?
It's had its different phases. Just because I have been out here for 10 years now, I've had different phases of like friendships and stuff, and I've changed a lot as a person too. Because like for a while it was like a big friend group, and like we were just going out all the time, and it was just fun. But then I realized, like, are these people really like here for only the good times, or will they have my back through the bad times too? And I kind of realized like that's not the type of circle that I'm having right now. So I really like purged a lot of people out of my life. My circle is really, really small now, like really small, like embarrassingly small.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I'm just more of like a quality over quantity kind of person when it comes to friends. I don't throw out the friend title too often either. I think it's a very like special thing. You know, I have a lot of people I know and I'm cool with, and like I enjoy being around, but like to be like a real true friend is like something really like special to me. Yeah,
absolutely. Having a small circle of friends, I think, is probably the best way to go about it, because we only have but so much energy to give to others, and then to have enough left over for ourselves.
Yeah.
And especially you being, you know, a mom and a partner, and being so successful, like there's only but so much to go around. I feel like in growing up, you realize what you need and what you want. And even though we might want to still party and it always be a good time, we recognize that we're going to have to buckle down at some point if we want to actually achieve some of the things that we really want and need.
Yeah.
And with that comes a change in scenery. With that comes a change in the people that we surround ourselves with. And it's hard. Change in general is just hard. You know? How would you say you are with change?
I want to say I'm good with change. And like when things happen, I'm just like, okay, let's adapt and let's go with it. But sometimes for sure I get caught up and it's kind of like, this is happening and I really don't want it to happen and I'm holding on really tight and I don't want to let this thing go. I want it to stay the same. But you kind of get to a point where it's like, this isn't serving me and I'm expending more energy holding on to something than just letting go. And if it comes back, it comes back. But
yeah,
it's just easier to let go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's so real. It's so real. Are you going to be one of those parents that gets their kids into modeling?
No. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean,
Okay.
it's definitely like a possibility. I'm not against it. I just haven't really pushed for it, too much. I mean, if I get an audition and like my kids are able to be in it, then great, like let's audition together. I would love to work with my kids and get paid for it, but I don't know if it's something that I'll push too much unless they kind of like say something to me.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
What does a typical day for Allie look like when you're not being a superstar?
Wake up.
Wake up.
Thank God. Wake up. Wake up. Usually my kids are the ones waking me up. Those are my little alarm clocks. And I'm just at home, being the homemaker, make breakfast, get them ready for the day, get myself ready. If I got auditions, we're throwing some self-tapes in there. I'm cleaning the house. I'm wearing baggy clothes. I feel like that is like, I don't know, on the way here or before when I was getting ready to come here, I was like, what should I even wear? Like, I don't even know, like, I don't know. Like when I'm at home, I'm just in a big t-shirt and some shorts and that's like my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Same. No, I love that. It's same. If I'm not on set or at the gym or now doing this, I'm literally at home with my dog on the couch. Probably editing, but sweatpants, baggy t-shirt all the time.
Yeah.
All the
Comfort,
time.
yeah. I think that's it.
I wonder if part of that is from having been in the industry for so long and your job being that you have to wear clothes and probably clothes that are like more form-fitting and like, if you're like once you get home, you're just like, I don't want to wear clothes. I don't want to do,
Let me be ugly.
That's so true. That is so real. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. My mom will get mad at me because every time I visit home, which isn't often enough, but every time I do, she wants me to take a picture with my siblings. Like, let's take a picture. I'm like, Ma, I'm off duty. I am not on the clock. I do not want any pictures taken of me, nothing. I just want to relax and just be at home. Do you find that to be the same for you?
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, do we have the same mother? Like, that's literally my mom is. She's like, well, you do this all the time back home. And I'm like, yeah, but that's work. And like, I used to have this orange Sublime big baggy t-shirt with holes in it. It was from Urban Outfitters. I'm sure like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but a bunch of girls would have it. But I had this shirt for way too long. It was all ripped up. But that was like my comfort shirt. I loved wearing it. But my mom hated that shirt. Like every time she would see me, or if I would FaceTime her, she'd be like, I'm going to throw away that shirt, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and then I would just purposely wear it. Whenever time I would take a plane ride over there, she would pick me up. I would purposely wear that shirt. And she's just like, you look so amazing on set. And like when you're, doing your pictures and then this is how you look. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, roasting me right now, Mom. Thank you.
Moms are always the harshest, aren't they?
Seriously, yeah. I think that's like where I get my tough skin from is just my mom talking smack to me all the time. Like,
we might have the same mom.
Right?
We might have the same mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
But yeah, she always wants to like have family pictures and like all that kind of stuff. Which I mean, I do it now just to like appease her and make her happy. It's like, all right, I'm only here like once a year. We'll do things your way for a little bit, Amy. But yeah.
Amy. Shout out Amy.
Shout out Amy. Amy Barnes right there.
Oh man. I would like to ask you for one more thing. If there was one piece of advice that you could give to anybody, either someone who looks like you that is looking to get into modeling, or someone who is a mom and entrepreneur at the same time, someone who is a creative that may be struggling, what is a word of advice or word of encouragement that you would give to them?
I would say just be like undeniably you. Like nothing can beat you as an individual. Like no one can replicate that. No one can copy it. And as long as you are just as much of an individual as you can be and as unique as you can be, then I think that's amazing. You're doing amazing at that point.
What do you say to those who feel like who they are is defined by what they do?
I think it's hard to say. I mean, I would want to say take the pressure off of it, but that's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a very individual thing to have to go through. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you say? What do you think?
I think that what you do can change a lot easier than who you are. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you could be working at McDonald's today and then be an influencer tomorrow.
Yeah.
But who you are through it all should stay the same, you know, or at least the good characteristics that you have, right? My friend said, I'm paraphrasing, he said that I have ugly guy personality, even though I'm a professional model, right? And I what he was trying to say, or what I gathered he was trying to say, was that despite me looking the way that I do, I still have a good personality. Like I could have definitely taken on, you know, F-boy qualities for sure. But I attribute a lot of that to my upbringing in southern rural Maryland, you know, and my parents raising me in the church and just having good people around me growing up. And it's sort of carried over into my adulthood, and I'm so thankful for that. So even though I've bounced around, I was an athlete for a while, and then I had odd jobs here and there, and now being a professional model for as long as I have. But I feel like I've stayed the same through it all, you know? So yeah, I think that's what I would say.
I love that. I love it.
Okay, that's it. I'm not going to keep you. You have beautiful babies waiting for you at home, and your husband, and this was really nice. I genuinely appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I love everything that you're doing. It's so motivating seeing everything that you're doing. Keep posting. I know it's hard sometimes when we post and we only get like a couple likes or a couple of views or whatever, but people are always watching.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, like, it's for you. I love seeing it. I love seeing everything that you're doing. It's amazing. It's so amazing. I told this to Keenan the other day, and the same rings true for you. It's like I see your work and it inspires me. Like I'm just like, I need to get up off of my butt and I need to do something now, you know? So please keep being great.
Thank
and
you. You too.
yeah.
You too. All the
Thank you.
things back at you.